Spring 2023 competition final round. Gonna introduce the judges quick. We have Don Chen. He joined the Lake County Camera Club in 2004 and has been an active member since. He became a CACA judge many years ago and has been judging for clubs and CACA competitions. He gave flash photography presentations to various clubs, as well as at CACA meeting events. Most of his recent work has been in portraits, both in studio and location. He has won honors in the Lake County Camera Club, CACA, PSA competitions. He also started learning DSLR videotaping and filmmaking a few years ago and was very delighted with a top award in CACA Salon short video category a few years ago. Thanks, Don, for coming. Don and I have judged, I think, Des Plaines, I think, was the last one. We were together. I don't know if you remember us or not. But
yeah, either Des Plaines or Greenbriers. Yeah.
One of those. I can't remember which one. It was a CACA club. I know that much. So thank you for coming and judging. Dee Werner won the fall competition Best of Show with Images Curious Clouds in the open special theme category of weather. She belongs to the Unlimited Vision Camera Club. I'm getting yelled at every time I say vision, so it's Unlimited Vision Camera Club. And as she stated, I'm just somebody that loves photography. So thanks, Dee. And thanks finally getting logged in. Jill Newton-Moore is our last judge. And as far as all I know about her, I think you're from Copa, right?
I used to be Copa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Want to tell us a little bit about yourself real quick, just so everybody knows? And
sure. I was the co-chair of the exhibitions committee with Jerry Lane at Copa for quite a long time. I've been doing photography forever, and I taught photography back in the darkroom days, and then moved into digital, kicking and screaming, and now I love it. I taught it at Alberta College for about 30 years, just retired a couple years ago. And I'm very active in photography, although I don't compete much at all. I've judged WACCO, I've judged We're Nature Center, I've judged Urban Ecology, Camera Club, and a couple others. So I've done, I don't know, maybe judge, 8 or so.
Sure, great.
And I'm retired.
Good.
Jealous.
It's always nice, isn't it? So we have 8 different categories to go through. What we are doing is we have, from the scores that the judges have given all the images for the first round, we have picked the top score or top 2 scores, depending on how high the scores were. And those will be the ones that the judges will go through to pick the first, second, and third place. And then also they need to pick a best of show. So we're going to get started right away because I know Jill's on a tight schedule today. So we're going to start the limited mono open projected. We have 4 images to work from. And let's see, I need to get this set up.
While you're setting up, I have a quick question because I've never done this on Zoom before. Are we doing this orally or do we go back into our
yeah, I should probably explain that a little better. Let me get to my, come on, there we go. now we got a test pattern. Yeah, what we'll do is just basically you can discuss amongst yourselves, like with these 4 images that we'll have that I'll show in a minute. You can either discuss it, we can do an in or out, where if you want it in, we'll go through each image and you can vote in or out by raising your hand if you want it in,
Okay.
and don't raise your
Okay.
hand if you don't want it in. And then when we get down to just a couple images, you can discuss it. For this first one, we have 4 images. So it might be just as easy to discuss the 4 images and then see if you can come to a consensus for the first place and then second and third. So let me show you the 4 images. And these are the 4 top scoring images. And what I can do is I can do that so you can see all of them. Now this might disappear for a second while I shift Windows back. Okay. So, judges, do you want to just discuss which one you'd like to give first, second, and third, or would you like to do an in and out to get down to 1 for first place and then go from there?
Maybe one of the ways we could do this is just see real quickly who would choose which for first place, because if we all say, oh yeah, that one, then it's going to be easier. Does that sound okay?
Sure.
Sure, I don't
We-
care.
Okay.
So
Well,
let's
Dee,
say,
what would you say? Dee, did you have a clear preference for first place?
I think my clear preference was, I'm not sure what that is, a snowflake? The second one?
It's
the
frost.
second one, oh yeah, it's an ice a snowflake. Yeah, you're right.
That would be my choice for first. Do you want me to go through all of them, first, second, third?
No, let's just see.
Let's just work on first place.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
For
would-
me,
Go ahead.
my preference are 2 images. The last 2, I'm trying to decide. But I would say probably I would pick the barn, not the barn. I think the church or
Church or schoolhouse?
the
Yeah,
schoolhouse.
it's a school.
Elizabeth, what about you?
No, I'm not judging. It's just the 3 of you.
Just the
Okay.
3 of you. Yep. So Jill, it's up to you.
I would choose the frost. I think that's an amazing image.
Okay. Don, what do you think about the frost?
Well, yeah, definitely. I like the technique. I know it's very difficult to get so sharp and to this macro detail. But the impact to me, I feel the barn has better impact. When I look at through those images, I know this is a technical sound and it's difficult to, and it's beautiful. I know the frost. Because I myself, I tried it. I could never get to this kind of detail. Yeah, so if we have 2 votes, and then I'm fine to go for it.
Okay. So do we have sort of a consensus that the frost or whatever it is, yeah, frost, I guess, would be first?
That would be my choice. And just because I mean, they're all amazing images, but I also feel like um, I've seen the other images, or not those exact images, but images very, very like that, very similar to that. The is it an egret and the the building and the house. So or the schoolhouse. So that was one of the reasons I chose it. They're all technically amazing. I just thought it was a little more original, a little more creative.
Okay. Well, if we got a consensus, we'll make this first place. Out of the other three, we need a second place.
My choice for second would be the church. I think that's a pretty impactful image.
Yeah, the clarity is amazing. I think it might be a little over sharpened, and that must be somebody did the HDR effect. It's not my favorite, but it's a really good photo. It's real good. I could be okay with that.
And Don, we sort of know you like this one for second. Oh,
You're on mute, Don.
You got muted, Don.
I'm sorry. Yeah. So, as was that Joe just made a comment that this one has a lot of impact. Also, the composition. I like the composition. You have something reflector. There's some lighter color down the bottom, and then you have some dark clouds over there. I just feel this is a very strong image. Yeah, I can go with this one for a second.
Okay. So we have.
I love this image. I love the building too. So I would really be good with any of these as second.
So we got those two. We need for third place. We need a choice between these two.
My favorite would be for third place would be the building.
Yeah, me too.
It has that kind of fine art quality, and also it's abstract, but I like it.
I always look when I evaluate images, I look for the formal elements of photography, and I look for both technical and aesthetic. And for me, this hits all three of those. The focus, the tonal range, the depth of field, all of the technical parts of that are great. Aesthetically, I agree with Don that this has a real fine art feeling. I like it a lot. It's taken something very, that's out there that people look at a million times a day and really created a vision of it, an artistic vision.
I agree on the building. It's not your typical image.
Yeah.
I think it has a very nice fine art quality to it. And quite honestly, I sat and looked at it for quite a while going, what is that? So when you have to stare at a photograph like that, and I think that's got a lot of good qualities to it. I like this image.
Yeah. I could have very easily gone for this as second, but I'm happy with third.
So everybody agreed with third?
Yep.
I mean,
Yes.
I don't want to put any words in anybody's mouth for this. Just
I'm good.
try.
Me too.
Okay.
Thumbs up.
Great. All right, Ken, you got all that down?
Yes.
I just gotta take care of here and down here. Okay. So first group down, next group is monochrome open projected. This one we'll probably have to do an in and out because we have 11 images to work from. And I'll go through the 11 images. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll do in and out. Two or more ins will keep it in. And we'll go through starting with this image. And if you just want to raise your hand, if it's in, just your physical hand, and I can see it. And
Do you need me to
And-
call them, Jeff?
I have a
um,
question. There's on my computer. There's another one on the lighthouse. Is that part of it, or you just
no,
start
right,
random?
right now you should just be seeing a dog.
Okay.
There is a lighthouse on the next image.
Oh,
coming
okay.
up.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody, yeah, Elizabeth, if you can call it out, it'll be easier.
Okay. All right. Are the judges ready?
Yep.
In. In.
I figure out where to get them.
In. Out. In. Out. 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 In. Wait.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
sorry.
So
Okay, in.
balls are in. Yep.
Yeah.
The chick was out.
Yeah.
This is out. Out.
Okay. Just a second here. So just to give you a rough idea, these are the ins. We're down to 5 of them. Would you like me to either, we could do another in and out to try to narrow it down a little further for first, we're looking now for first place. Or do you want to just discuss?
And we
each give
just
your-
need one, right?
Yeah, we just need one for first place.
Okay.
Do you guys have strong feelings about that? Dee and Don?
I guess I'm kind of partial to that little dog. I think that's a great portrait of a dog.
Yeah, that would be my choice for this. And that really surprises me because I would never think that a dog photo, I take a million pictures of my dog, but technically it's perfect.
Yeah.
It's
I
just
agree.
Um,
I agree.
Yeah, among these 5, I will also pick the dog.
great.
Okay, so first place for the dog. So now we have these 4. We need a second place next.
Don, do you have a strong feeling for a second place?
I love the car. The way I just feel that the way the light come from behind with the with those ferns, whatever those grass, make a frame of the car. Almost you can feel this abandoned, sit in peace.
Mhm.
I just feel like that. I have a good feeling about it compared to the others. The other the other one I like is the lighthouse. I just feel like probably I like to see a little more dramatic sky, and plus the rock is kind of a little bit flat. If there's more contrast, that would be make this stronger.
Yeah.
So these two are my pick. I can go with either of them.
You know, with the lighthouse, can you, Jeff, can you just go on the lighthouse, just bring that up quickly? Because
Sure.
to me, it's not quite in focus. I mean, it's been sharpened quite a bit, but if you zoom in on the rocks and you zoom in here, yeah, I've got it on my iPad screen here, which is a pretty good screen. It's not really in focus. I don't know if you can zoom in on it, Jeff, but
No, we can't. We're running them at full. The
okay.
resolution that we have them submit for the competition just is enough to fill up a screen. So we don't really allow zooming in much because the resolution isn't there for it.
Yeah. So for me, just me, that wouldn't be in the top three simply because of the focus. And again, I think it's an image we've all seen a million times. You know,
Yeah,
like
that's the thing.
Yeah.
The impact is not there. And it's
Yeah. Jeff, can we go back to seeing all four of them?
Sure. Yep.
Oh. Dee, what are you thinking?
I like the car. I love the backlighting on the grass tails that are there. I personally not a fan of sepia. I would like to have seen that in a black and white, but I think even sepia it pulls it off. So that would be my choice for second.
I could go with that. I'm not a fan of the old car photos. And to me, it looks like it's tilted. And I feel like, you know, I don't know. I feel like it should have been straightened. I don't think it was taken on that steep of an incline. But technically it's gorgeous. And so is I mean, shoot, they're all gorgeous.
It's hard. I
Yeah.
think the tilting is purposeful, I think.
Really?
Yeah.
I could certainly go with that for second.
So
Yeah.
I'm hearing second place for the car.
yes.
Okay. And so that leaves these three for choice in third place.
I think technically, although we've seen it a lot, the waterfall, technically, the composition is excellent. Mail popping up there. Everything was handled exactly right in the camera with that. You know, the foreground is in such crisp focus. I'm bringing it up on my, you know, the grasses at the bottom, they're perfect focus. The other, you know, the framing is great. The, you know, it was the perfect decision to go with a horizontal rather than a vertical. The images more horizontal, and it's got the full tonal range. It's got that, Ansel Adams zone system. It's got the 1 to 10. So that's, I think, technically and aesthetically, this is a really, really good image.
I would choose that for third.
Don, do you have any thoughts?
I agree. Yeah, I'll pick this one as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so the waterfall for third. All right, great. Here, and it's gotta go down here. All right, so let's move on to mono nature projected. Again, we have 10 images. I'll go through the 10 and then we'll do an in and out to narrow it down. Okay, those are the 10. We'll start with this one for in and out.
Wait, are we raising? We're raising our hands for
Yeah,
in.
raising your hands. Thank you.
Sorry.
This image here.
What happened to the buffalo one?
Yeah,
Wait, do we start from Buffalo?
Yes,
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
I saw 3 hands for the buffalo.
okay.
Yep.
Yep.
Am I
in.
right?
Yep.
Okay. Then this one, just to make sure.
In,
Good.
out, 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 in, and out.
Okay. Hey, we're down to 3. That's a good start. So these are the 3 that are in. If you want to decide who wants to go first.
I like the Buffalo. You could and the way the maker made it tilt upwards, you can feel the struggle. And with the snow, I'm not sure if it's snow, but if you feel like it's in bad weather, and the room with the headroom, that's a really nice, lift enough headroom for the buffalo, so you can see it's going toward that direction, and also sharp focus with all the details.
I agree with
I'm
the
not a
buffalo.
fan of tilting the camera at all. I'm just not. I am just not. But
That one I don't think is tilted. I actually think he's walking uphill. I like that one too. Yeah, it looks like he's having a hard time getting up that hill. And the sharpness is really good. I really like that image.
yeah. What do you guys think about the middle one and the last one?
I just, well, it's hard. I know it's hard to take it, but for some reason, well, it would be perfect if the fish is on this side instead of behind the
Yeah.
branch. That's the only, but you just cannot stage those fish.
I think all images, I mean, they're amazing to get a bird like that with a tree and fish, and I love the birds. I wish the birds would be a little bit more in sharper. So yeah, I'm a big person on sharpness, so I still think I have to go with the buffalo for first.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm definitely okay with that.
Okay, so we can go with
Yeah.
the bison or buffalo. All right, let me just
don't know.
get that marked.
Yeah.
So then we're down to these two for second and third.
Yeah, boy, this is tough because
Yeah.
what is that? A falcon, a hawk? What is it? What kind of raptor is that?
I
I'm
don't know.
guessing it's an osprey.
An osprey.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
You know, technically everything is good about that. I agree about the fish. But to me, it doesn't really have any narrative to it. The two little birds, boy, I wish that was just a little, had a little more tonal range. But then in the snow, you don't always have that. And I think the two birds, the cardinal and whatever that is, I think when this came up on my screen, I laughed. And I think that's sort of a good thing.
I like the
Yeah.
fact that they're two different kind of birds
Yeah,
sitting there, and
That's-
they're in
yeah.
the snow. Nobody wants to go home because
Right.
it's too cold. It's kind of like, well, what are you gonna do? Well, I don't know. What are you gonna do?
And
So
the one on the right looks ticked off, doesn't he, Dee?
a little bit like the stupid snow, and I totally
Yeah.
agree. Living in Wisconsin, I totally agree with him. So
Yeah.
that would be my choice for second. I wish it was a little bit sharper, but I do like the whole composition and the whole narrative behind it.
Yeah, me too. Don, what do you think?
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, seems to be there's a you can sense there's a story behind it.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one's second. So are you fine with this one for third?
Yeah.
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 Okay. Great. Moving right along.
This was a good category, by the way. There were a lot of strong images in here.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Dave.
Hi.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. The next section is limited color open projected. We have 5 images. Here are the 5.
This is hard.
Are we allowed to pass at all?
No.
No.
They paid us, remember?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
We get paid. I forgot. Yeah.
Okay, so the question is, would you like to do an in and out to try to narrow it down to 3 or less to get first place, or
Can we
do you
see
want to
all
just,
of them? Can we see all
sure,
of them?
here's all of them.
Oh my gosh.
Man. This is tough.
Oh, this is hard.
Are there any we think automatically should not be among the top 3? I have an opinion, but I think I've been expressing my opinion a lot.
Well, I guess for me, I mean, they're all so good. I don't know. But if I had to pick one to be out, I think I would pick the little barn, unfortunately. I just, the other images are so compelling. Yeah, that's my opinion, I guess. I would take out the barn.
If I were to take one out, I would take out the lighthouse and the rocks. It just looks too over processed to me. I love the little barn, by the way.
And I do too. It's just, I just don't, I love
Yeah,
dog
it's very
rays.
hard. They are, yeah, they're all good. So should we try in and out then?
Yeah, maybe we try an in and out. That might be the
Okay.
best. Let's
We only
start
need
with
3.
this.
That's the problem. You know,
Yeah,
that's the problem.
just vote for the one that you want to keep for first place, and then we'll work our way down.
Okay. Even the first place is hard.
I know.
Yeah. Looks like 1.
Out. Yep. Out. Out.
Oh, I love this. I love
In. Out.
So basically we came down to, we had 2 out of 3 judges pick this one.
Well, I wasn't sure what you were doing, so I would have definitely picked this one too. So.
Okay. So would we want to go with this one for first? I'll
I
bring them
would.
all up.
Yeah, I think that's fine. It's amazing.
Yep.
It's
Yeah.
a great image.
I mean,
Yep.
they all
I
had
agree
high
with that.
scores. And don't forget, all these, whichever ones don't get picked, are getting HM. So, you know, they're all getting an award here.
Okay.
So this one would be first.
Mhm.
So then we have the big choice for number 2.
Do you want to show them one by one and we'll do an in and out again?
Sure.
We are going for second, right?
Yeah, second place. Why
Well,
don't we,
We're picking.
let
the
me
ones that
show
we
you the
want.
4 so you can see them up close. Of course, that's first place. And so let's start with this one, and let's do an in and out for second.
So we just raise our hand if we want it.
If
Okay.
you want it in.
Out. In. Out.
Oh.
In.
Okay, so we have 2. So we need a choice on second place.
And I love roseate spoonbills. I think that's an amazing. Wait, is that a roseate spoonbill? Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yep.
It's a great, great image. But to me, it doesn't really tell a story. That's why I like the barn. I like the wood. I love, love, love what this person did with the foreground. You know, the shallow depth of field in the foreground, but just, you know, picture perfect. Just sharp as a tack with the barn or whatever it is and the wood. When I see this, I feel like I just get such a visceral feeling of, okay, it's fall, but we know winter's coming. And to me, this just has more of a narrative. But I like them both.
Dee, do you have a choice?
I like them both. I like them both. But I think, and I know we have high-speed shutters on our cameras, but I think that catching an image like that bird is just that's amazing. I love the way the feathers are all so nicely spread out and his head is just peeking through there. And I love the color.
Yeah.
I think I would have to go, oh my God, I'd have to go with the bird, I guess.
Yeah, the bird is for me as well. It's just the moment of capture is just perfect. Because I don't often see the bird like flying like this and right there catch this twig, whatever that thing in the water, and so sharp. The background's so blurred. Very very pleasing look. But I like the barn as well. For me, the probably it's hard to pick. However, I think that we can make this a little bit more saturation wise. I don't know. It's color, nice color already, but I may want to go a little bit more saturation on this color one. I don't know, but
On the barn or the spoonbill?
yeah, the barn.
Really, I have such a bias against oversaturated images. It's just, I was at a show last night, thought, oh, come on. But there are some, if this were my image, and again, I could be fine with this as second place. It's great. But if this were my image, I would have done just a little bit, you know, like there were some dust or water spots on the lens that I would have cleaned up there. Down by the feet, there's this, I think you can see me, but you can't. Down by the feet, they're called feet, there's a water spot on the lens. I just think spot of dust. I think, oh, come on. And this is my, oh, I hate to even say this, but to me, I think that it's possible that this image is a compilation of two images. And I don't know if that's allowed or not.
No, and I can tell you that it's not.
Oh, it's not? Okay, good,
No,
good.
it's a single capture.
I didn't understand how the stick could be in such sharp focus, but where it's in the water, it's not. I mean, the water's not in focus there, but okay, I absolutely believe you. Let's just do a show of hands. It sounds like let's just vote for ourselves. Okay.
Yeah, show hands of second place would be the rose spoonbill. And then Looks like we got 2 out of 3. So
Yeah,
if
that's
I
fine.
ask
Yeah.
for the barn, how about if we make the barn 3rd place and the Rosette 2nd?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Does
think
that
that's
sound
fine.
good?
Yeah,
Yep.
and for the record, this was really hard.
Yeah, I know. And that's why I don't want to lead you guys at all, but
No,
we have to come up with a decision. So
yeah.
Hey,
I
Dee,
think-
Dee, it's
yep.
not gonna get any easier.
yeah.
Oh, I can hardly wait. I'm glad I don't win
Okay.
best of show very often.
Where is this barn? I want to go to there.
Yeah, I'm not sure on that. I know who made it, but I
Smoky Mountains, maybe?
yeah.
It's gorgeous.
Okay. Right, we just did that one. Oh no, that's the one we're doing. Okay, we're up to color open projected. We have 9 images here. I'll go through the 9. Okay. Pretty much this is just an open color, so anything pretty much goes with it. We'll do in and out, and we'll start with this image.
In, out, 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 in, in,
I love it.
out, in, in.
Okay. So we're down to 5 images. These are the 5. Would you like to do an in and out on these to get down to something for first place?
I have a definite first place.
Will you do? Tell us, Steve.
Okay.
The antelope or whatever those are. I mean, even the water droplets are in focus. I mean, I mean, when I pulled that up, I was just like, oh my gosh.
Is that like 4 different layers? Is that where somebody did like the time? Yep.
Don't know, but it would be allowed if it is.
Yeah. I think that's amazing too. I love it.
If that's 4 different shots, that's even more amazing.
Can we see all of them again?
Sure.
Don, what would be your first place?
I love the one from the lighthouse, the bottom from the almost like aerial shot.
Yeah.
The composition is very well done, and you have layers of landscape going on. You can see really far. And then yet your focus is right there by the lighthouse.
Yeah,
I love that one.
I think that would be my first place choice too. Any that you would say?
Well, that was kind of like, that would have been my next one.
Any of these should be out for you, Dee?
I think the one with the really long walkway right there. I don't think it's as compelling as the rest. I mean, I still think it's beautiful. I love the sun behind I think that's a schoolhouse. I can't really tell. But I think in comparing them to all the other ones, I don't think it's as compelling as the others.
Can you zoom in on the sands, the desert one? I was curious about this, but now that I look at it up close, it is amazing. It's an amazing image. Can we go back to all of them?
Certainly.
Don, if you had to take one out, what would you take out?
Yeah, I would say that the long rail, the one with the sun behind the building.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, so I just I feel the composition is a little bit compared to the others. It's beautiful. It's nicely made, but it's just composition is
Yeah.
not there.
Okay. We're getting a little closer.
Mm-hmm.
I like the aerial one as well. I mean, I love all the different color layers that there are.
Yeah, that would be my vote for first.
I can go first with that. That's
Yeah.
really good.
Okay.
Okay, sounds like you guys all agree on this one for first.
Yeah, look at that. That's amazing.
That's pretty.
Yeah.
So we got this one, this one, this one. Do you want me to bring back the one with the path, or you?
No, I
You
think
wanna
we all set out on that.
Okay. So now we need second place.
Can we zoom in on the flower ones? Or just show the
Sure.
flower one?
Yeah, that's frost on it, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Okay, we can go back to all of them.
Okay. Oops. Grabbed one too many.
Should we do an in and out, we vote for one, or should we just want to talk through this?
I love the middle one. The way that the maker process it, I love it. It's symmetrical.
Yeah.
All your focus in the middle and with all the details.
Yeah. And in a color category, the color is great. That would be my second choice. What about you, Dee?
I like the way the frost outlines all the leaves.
Yeah.
And color-wise, yeah, I would agree with the color. The color is pretty amazing. I could do that for second place.
Okay, now. Okay, so Jeff, we're saying this one for second place.
Second.
Yeah.
Second.
Look at that. Dang, that's good.
So you need a third out of one of these two.
This is where I want to abstain because they're both. Oh, Good.
I feel like the sand dunes, I mean that's is amazing, and I would give anything to be there photographing that sand dune. But I feel like I've seen a picture like that a number of times. And I just think that with the impalas, that took a lot of creativity to get there, and a lot of patience. And I'm looking at it as it's 4 different images, and I just think that they're nicely spaced, they're all in focus, the water drops are sharp.
Yeah.
That would be my third place one, based on creativity.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
Comparing these two, yeah.
Yeah.
Though I would like to be on the sand dune shooting that.
I don't want to be there though. Yeah, that is
Yeah, right.
amazing. Look at that.
Okay. So it sounds like third place for that one.
Mhm.
All right. Moving right along. Okay, next one is color nature projected. We have 9 images. I'll go through the 9 real quick. So let's do in and out, and we'll start with this image.
Something has happened. I'm trying to get them back up on my. I'm trying to competition list.
Out. In. Out. Out. In. Out. In. Out. In.
Okay.
Can you go back to the very first one? The very first image.
Sure, just a second.
Yeah, I didn't raise my hand for that. Did that have 1 or 2 hands up?
It
Because I
didn't
love.
have any.
Oh, okay.
So these 4 is what we came up with.
Does anybody have a real strong first place on that?
Baby egrets.
Yeah, me too.
Even the
I
feathers
think
on their head aren't so.
Yeah,
I think
it's
that's the
amazing.
best shot in the entire competition.
Yeah.
When I
Yeah,
saw
that was great. That's great.
Yeah,
Yeah, there's good story there. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
That's our first.
that's your first. Okay.
Mhm.
Let's see the other ones. We see.
And
Yeah.
here's, now we need second place.
Mhm.
Yeah, this is hard to.
This is hard, boy.
If I have to pick one, yeah, I do have to pick one. I would say that Is that eagle or that what bird is that?
It's a
Cooper's hawk.
Cooper's hawk.
Yeah, okay, hawk. I will pick that one. Very sharp, and the eye is like perfect lit. And then you have a really nice background process, and the way they look and go with the those bushes, almost going to the same direction. You feel like in harmony with the background and the stuff around.
Yeah, and the composition is excellent. I mean, whoever shot this handled the camera so well. You know, it's got we read images the same way we read text. Well, people who read English, that's their primary language, top to bottom, left to right, that, and it's perfect. I mean, it's just perfect. And the clarity.
That would be my choice for second as well.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, it sounds like we got a decision here. So second place. So third, you got a choice from these two.
I was shocked that I rated the cacti so high because, you know, you go to the domes and you can get this shot, but I love what the person did with this. But the dragonfly is also spot on. They're both excellent. What Dee, what would you have as your third place?
I like them both. I love the cactus, like you said, what she did with it. I love just the little 3 flowers on the top. And though I'm not an insect person, that thing is so tack sharp. I mean, it's just, I would have to go with, I don't even know what it is, a dragonfly?
Yeah,
I would have to go with the dragonfly. I mean, every vein in its wings you can see.
that's hard. I've shot dragonflies. I've never got anything.
I don't even want to get that close.
We don't sting. Don, what would be your second choice?
Yeah, I would say the dragonfly. Even though the cactus flower, as you say, it's amazing. I go to botanic garden, the greenhouse all the time. I could never make this kind of shot.
Yes, you could.
Yeah, you look like so random. They are just a pile of stuff. But then from the composition and the place of those 3 little flowers, it looks like very pleasing.
That could easily go on somebody's wall.
Yeah.
I agree. Look at the hairs on the dragonfly's legs.
I know.
That's amazing.
I didn't even know they had hairs on their legs.
Yeah, the background is really nice. Really, really nice. Yeah.
Everything works in that. I would choose that over the cacti, although I love them. So that's our third.
So is this their third? We got an agreement?
Yes, for me.
Okay.
I want to know what lens this person used.
It better be a long one, because I'm not getting
Yeah.
those.
Okay, next one is one of our special themes. It's open special theme, and this one was sports, or PJ Sports. I'm sorry, I got to make sure I get both in there because it's can be photojournalism or sports. We have 5 images. Let me go through those 5. Would you like to do an in and out just to get it down to a couple? Or do you want to see, here's all 5 of them.
So we need only 3 or we need only 1?
We need a first place is the first thing I'm shooting for here.
Okay.
We'll end up
so,
with picking first, second, and third.
Okay. So this round in and out just for the first place, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do either of you have a real strong sense of, yeah, this is the top image in the grouping?
I will pick the last one. The what do you call that?
Hurdling. The
Hurdles.
Yeah.
I would agree.
Me too. That's an amazing image.
A lot of determination in that face.
Yeah.
Yeah. And because this is sports, it's you have some little bit background, but then you can see the lines of those I keep forget what the sport is. It's
The hurdles, the high hurdle.
hurdle, right? The dash. No, this is the hurdle. Okay. Yeah.
I agree that that should be our number 1.
Yeah,
first
that's pretty
place.
good.
It's just a great image.
It doesn't
Okay.
look like those hurdles are too far apart.
No.
Yeah, the compression you get from this telephoto lens. Okay, so this is number 1. That leaves these 4 where we need 2 and 3.
Boy, this is tough. I like the last one because I just like the composition. I like the narrative behind it. No, guys like dirt bikes.
Yeah. And also the color, it's just stand
Yeah.
out. The guy, the way the frame, like the tree frame this
Mhm.
person, and then you have someone down there. It's like
Yeah.
very well made.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at the third one because it gives me such a sense of how fast he's going.
Yeah, that's
How
too.
fast is he going?
Are there any that we think we could do out and any that we would take out?
They are all very strong, and everyone tells stories.
We could do it in and out.
Would you like to do an in and out and see what you get?
So are we just voting for 1 now?
Yeah, for second place.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh boy, this is gonna be tough.
We'll start with this one.
I will go for this one.
in,
Well,
out, out, out,
Yeah,
oh, I
looks
thought
like
we
you,
were, okay,
yeah.
that's our second place.
Would this work for second?
Yeah.
I think that's, yeah, we all 3. That was the only one that was unanimous.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so then you've got for third place these 3.
I think that the first and the second, the surfer and the rodeo, are more interesting than the last one. You know, I think I just think they're more interesting.
Yeah, I like the rodeo one, which it tells stories, because think about this as a PGA category and sports. I think this has a layers, more layers to tell stories. You have one guy looking at that, and you have someone taking photos.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. That, I mean, that is an amazing image. You know, with the shutter speed, it had to be so fast. You know, one thing I really like about this image, I love the tight cropping on it. I think whoever made this image really understood image composition, because you've got the line, you know, the line of the lights on that truck there, the red, white, yellow, you know, that just frames the top perfectly. None of the hats are cut off. The right cropped in tight, so we see, I think that's one of the guys who helps, you know, keep the person from getting killed in there. And the left with the tail there, the cropping I think was phenomenal on this. And to me, this has the strongest narrative too.
Yeah,
Dee,
I'll
what do
pick
you
this
think?
one at third.
What are you thinking, Dee?
Well, I think the middle one shows more of a story than the other two. I would be happy with any one of these being, this is for third place, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would be
place.
happy with any one of them being third place. So I think the middle one has more of a story behind it. There's more people involved in this story
Mm.
than the other two.
And it is sort of both sports and photojournalism, isn't it? It's, it has a distinct narrative. So sounds, are we saying that that's our third
Sounds
place?
like
Sure.
pretty much in agreement. This is third place.
Yeah.
Agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
This is very well made, this one.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Looks like he's going 100 miles an hour.
Okay, last section. Open nature special theme, and it is insects, reptiles, and amphibians. We have 4 images to look at. Got this one here. This one. And one frog.
So this real quickly, so,
So do you want to pick one, or would you like to do in and out? We'll start for first place.
does anybody have a strong first place feeling?
I feel the
like
frog.
the frog.
I almost,
Yeah. It looks like he has a smirk on his face.
I almost jump out of my chair. I saw
Yeah.
it.
And again, this came out and I thought, why would I ever choose a frog? But
I know.
of the images, technically it's the best, and it made me laugh. So
Mhm. Looks
this
like
would be
he's
my
smirking.
first place. Yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it sounds like this is first place.
Mhm.
Mhm.
Okay, so then, oh, wrong button. We got it. We're looking for second place now.
Jeff, can you zoom in the first one?
Sure.
Can you zoom in the third one or the second one? The
Oh, yeah.
yeah, yeah. And then can we see the other one close up? we see all of them together now? Are you guys okay if we do an in and out with these? Just raise your hand if you want it to be the second place,
Sure.
or do you want to talk through it? I don't want to be too directive here.
Either way.
Mhm. What do you think, Don?
Yeah, we can go in and out.
Okay.
It's hard. They're very
So
good.
we're only voting for one, right? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just for your one for second place.
Okay.
Out. Out.
All right, let's talk about it.
Out.
We all three again.
Yeah, that didn't get too far.
Well, the one on the end, I love the color on it. I love the color on it. And I know you can't make bugs go the way that they want to go,
Mhm.
but it seems hard for me to look at him going downwards. Am I the only one that feels like that, or?
Yeah, that's my I have two little bit concern on this one. One's going the direction, feel like uneasy, but and the other thing is the what's that, the grass thing on the middle? It's a little bit overexposed to me on my computer.
Whenever I look at it, I always seem to turn my head.
I've got it up on my iPad, and I don't think there are any blown out highlights on here. There's nothing that I'm not seeing something on. Although maybe on the far right a little bit. What I like about the direction is, again, it's the top to bottom, left to right. And those are, I wish this person had cropped in a little bit, would have been stronger. Yeah, it would have been stronger. Because all the lines are up and down, so the image should be up and down. You're asking your eye to do two completely different things when the lines are this way, but the crop is this way.
Oh, maybe that's what it is.
Yeah. I have to say what we're doing second now.
Yeah.
I really like the lighting on the first one.
I do too. I really like that. And I have a real bias against monarch shots because every photographer everywhere does them. But I guess I shouldn't be thinking about that. But that first one, I really like a lot. I think I agree that the lighting is better on it. And yellow and purple are just, that's a thing in nature. Almost anywhere you see purple growing, there will be yellow growing, unless someone has planted it. And so to me, that's a really nice thing. And look at the clarity.
Yeah, that's why I asked for a zoom in. First, I want to check the focus. Looks like very, very sharp.
Yeah. So are we saying that's our second?
I can go with this one for second.
Yeah, I would too.
Okay. So then you got either this one or this one for third place.
Let's just do a show of hands, okay? Because it's too hard for me to talk about these two.
Yeah.
Great. So what do we want as our third place?
This is third place, right? We're talking about third place.
Yeah, third place.
I will go for this one.
Yeah, I will too. Yeah.
Now that Jill said something about that lengthwise crop,
Mhm.
the other one might have been easier because I always find myself turning my head.
Yeah.
Look at it. And I think maybe a vertical crop would have been.
Yeah, I mean, if you put your hands up to the screen, you can just see what it does. All of the elements are working together. So, yeah, I think the Monarch, despite my feeling about Monarchs, which I love. But, yeah.
All right, but feel
Oh.
better, Jill, because that's not a monarch.
Oh, okay. Well, whatever that butterfly is or moth, I feel like we see this a lot, but what is it?
I don't know. It just says butterfly, so I can't tell you. I'm not that good at. I don't think it's a monarch though. There's too
it's
much
not.
yellow on the top of the wings.
I'm not really up on my butterflies, but
Yeah.
are we agreeing this would be our third?
Third
I think
place.
so. Yeah,
Yeah,
Okay.
I really like this image though.
yeah.
No, I do too. And it's just something you don't see that often.
I think a vertical crop would have, because I don't find, when I put my hand up on the screen, like you said, I don't find myself wanting to turn my head.
Right.
Yeah, that.
All right. Now we got the tough one. Best of show. We have 8 images. I'll show you all 8.
Mhm.
These are all the first place images from all the categories. In no particular order.
This is gonna be hard.
So
Well, I have a
Anybody?
main one.
I think I know what it is.
The egrets are, I mean, you don't find that very often.
Yeah,
And to have all the little hairs on their head,
it's amazing.
but I mean, every single one of them. I mean, the dog is just so dang cute. And that girl with her determination and that frog with his smirk and the cowboy, I just, I don't know. But I guess my favorite would be the egrets.
Yeah, I can go with that.
Yeah,
My second pick will be the cowboy. It's
I like, yeah, I love this
it's
silhouette.
so strong.
me
Yeah.
too. Me too. Wait, so do we do 3 here or just one?
no, we just do one. So this would be the best of show.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Look at
agree.
that image. I just want to go hug.
I just want to touch them.
I know. I know.
Very well done. Very
Mhm.
well done.
Okay, that does it, judges.
Wow. You didn't make us job easy.
Yeah. Now, do do the other ones get honorable mentions like the?
All the other ones that will be getting honorable mention. Plus, there's even more. This one, best of show, is Great Egret and Babies by Bonnie Zaduma up at Vax Valley Camera Club. Congratulations, Bonnie. You get to be the judge for
Yes,
the fall
judge.
competition.
Too bad for you.
Is Bonnie watching?
I think she is. I'm pretty sure she is. So
You can hear us. Maybe she could turn on her video.
no, I don't have a way to bring her in, but
Okay. Well, congratulations, Bonnie. This is
Nicely done.
amazing.
I got the feeling this was probably shot in Florida,
Yeah.
would be my guess.
That's great.
But it's a really nice shot with the 3 babies. So,
Mhm.
so thank you, judges, for going through all the work of judging all the throughout the whole competition. Ken, are you ready to?
Yes, I
that?
am, Jeff. So you want to stop sharing screen and I'll
Yep.
give it a shot.
So we're going to show all the HMs and the medal winners. in a short slideshow. It shouldn't take too long. Hopefully, Jill, if you can stay, great. If not, we understand
Yeah.
if you drop out.
Yeah.
But
Sort of
thank you to all three judges, and Ken, go ahead with trying to see if this will work. And while he's getting it up and running, I'll also say that on the WACCO website in about a week will be a slideshow of all the winning images.
In that case, I'm going to bow out because we have we'll be in the car for 10 hours today. So
Sure.
we need
Well,
to get started.
yeah. Thank you, Jill. Glad we could get it done before you had to leave.
Yeah, this was
Thanks,
great.
Jill.
And Don and Dee, that I just think it's great that we're, you know, seeing so much of the same things. It's really
Yeah,
good.
it
Yeah,
was good
nice
to
meeting
bounce
you.
things off. Yep.
Yeah. Elizabeth, thanks for inviting me.
Yep, thanks, Jill.
Ken, thanks for being so patient with me on all the emails and texts. And Jeff, you
All right.
handled this whole thing beautifully. That was great.
Thank you. Thank
All
you.
right, drive safe.
Thanks for doing that.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
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 Still showing up, Jeff?
Yep. Working. Okay, great.
Very
Thanks,
nice.
Ken, for getting that on. So that ends the 2023 spring competition for WACCO. I hope everybody that was watching enjoyed it. Thank you again to the judges, Don Chen and Dee Werner and Jill Newton-Moore. We appreciate you guys taking the time to judge. I know it's not a simple task. There's a lot. There were 446 images, if I remember right.
422,
42, but that's. okay.
442. I was
22,
close.
2,
Yeah,
422.
And 30 some odd makers. So
Yeah.
we appreciate everybody. Get your images ready for over the summer for the fall competition. That will open up in August. And I think that about wraps up the competition for today. So thanks everybody for coming, and we'll see you next time.